How's it going, and welcome to Flick of Things. My name is Daniel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So yeah, leading up to the release of this movie, I kept forgetting that was coming out this week, to be honest. And I was like, oh yeah, the movie's coming out. And I really didn't have much to do today, so I just like, I'll just catch a movie and I'll watch it, whatever. It wasn't something I was excited about or anything. I was just like, all right, I guess I'll see it, have something to do, whatever. And to be honest, I wish I would have stayed home and played Hogwarts Legacy instead. Because yeah, this movie is bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, to be honest. I mean, there was a couple of parts that were like okay. I would say Kang the Conqueror. I think that he's obviously the obvious standout in this movie. Jonathan Majors as Kang was awesome. I really enjoyed his character. In fact, honestly, up until that point when they showed him, I was just bored. Like a lot of times I was just kind of like rolling my eyes and just like, I found myself just looking at my phone a couple of times. But as soon as he like came on screen, like my eyes were like glued on the screen. I was like, okay, this is an interesting character. I was like, I want to see more of him. I don't know, just the whole beginning. It's weird because this movie is, I wouldn't say it's like an awful movie, but it's just like one of those movies that just exists. It's a movie that's a movie, It's not like extremely terrible. I'm like, dude, this is so awful. But at the same time, I'm just bored. That's why I just felt throughout most of the movie, only like I said, up until Kang appeared on screen. That's when I was like, really caught myself like focus and paying attention like to his character. I'm like, this is an interesting character. I want to know more. But unfortunately, I mean, we did get some revelations and stuff like that. But unfortunately, by the end of the movie, it was just kind of like what's going on? Like, I don't understand the direction they're going with, and I'm like, it was just, I don't know. It's like I said, it's just one of those movies that just exists, and it really doesn't serve a purpose or anything. Like I feel like nothing like was progressed or nothing was revealed or anything. We just got a glimpse of Kang, really. Yeah, it was just like I don't want to get into spoilers because but yeah, like I said, I can't get into spoilers. So all I will say is just like, yeah, like Kang was the most interesting character. I thought the daughter who played Cassie was really good. Actually, I liked her character better than the one girl from Doctor Strange, America Chavez or whatever her name is. I'm just comparing like to the teens and the younger actresses, and I think this girl actually acted better in this movie. One thing I'll give Marvel props for this is they didn't overuse jokes. Like, it wasn't like Thor Love and Thunder where it was like joke. Every single minute there was a joke. This one they toned it down a lot compared to most recent movies of the MCU. There's definitely some MCU humor there. You'll see that. But it wasn't like overdone where it was just like, unbearable like Thor Love and Thunder. But yeah, like I said, this movie's not like a very like awful movie. But if we're comparing to like the old MCU, it's a bad movie. It's definitely one of Marvel's worst movies, to be honest. I still think Thor Love and Thunder is probably the worst movie out of the whole MCU, because that, yeah, like I said, that movie, I don't think I reviewed the movie on this channel, but I think that movie is really, really awful. That's honestly like the worst MCU movie of all time. Easily, I would honestly say the Thor Love and Thunder. But this one might be a close second, to be honest. Because like I said, it's hard to explain because without getting into spoilers, because I don't know, it's just really hard. But all I can say is just like, it's just a bad movie, and it's just there. It just exists, and I feel like you can get like a small synopsis of this movie from someone, and then you could go into the next movie, which it does feel like it's going to lead to like a bigger plot or bigger storyline with Kang. Because I believe this is the first movie in the Phase 5. So like I say, it really doesn't like do anything, or like it's like I said, it's just you can get a synopsis and that's it, and you can skip this movie, and hopefully the next movie will be better. But yeah, I honestly just don't know what Disney's doing. And it's kind of sad, to be honest, because I remember just in earlier phases, I was so looking forward to all the new movies, new Marvel movies coming out, and like I said, this one, like I was like, oh yeah, shoot, this movie's coming out this week. All right, like I'll catch it. Before it was like, okay, like I got to see the next one, especially the whole Thanos arc. I mean, that whole arc was just amazing. But ever since after that, they just be coming out with duds here and there, and like the exception obviously is Spider-Man. No Way Home, Shang-Chi, that one I liked, and then Multiverse of Madness. I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But all the movies, other movies sprinkled in between, it was just like Eternals, Black Widow, all that stuff was just awful. And then Thor: Love and Thunder, this movie now, and it's just like it's sad, like because like I said, these Marvel movies were just pure blockbuster movie. They weren't they weren't really to be taken serious, but they were just like I said, blockbuster movies, and they were entertaining and fun to watch. And now they're just like I have no idea what they're doing. There's really no direction. Well, I would say now they do. With this movie, they do. It does seem like they have a direction to where they're gonna go, but still, it's just like it's just stuff that's like uninteresting. It's like there's a lot of filler. To be honest, like there's a lot of filler, with these TV series and stuff like that. The TV shows haven't been good, and it's just it is a frustrating time because, like I said, I really enjoyed the Marvel movies, the heydays, and it's just not there, and it's just watching this movie and getting to the end of the movie, I was just like, man, like what has Disney done to Marvel? It's like I have no idea. It's like who's writing these movies? Who's writing these jokes? Like there's just like, for instance, there's one scene where this guy looks like a in the quantum realm, or Quantumania or whatever, or yeah, quantum realm, I mean. There's this guy this creature that looks like a broccoli, and it's supposed I'm like, and then what's his name, Michael Douglas, I think his name is, he basically is like, oh, that guy looks like a broccoli. I'm like, oh my god. Like I really rolled my eyes when he said it. I'm like, who's writing these jokes, and who thinks this is a good idea? And it's just like, God, like it's just, looking back in the old Marvel movies, from that, coming from that, to this now, it's just like it's frustrating to see, and it's just like it's just not funny. It's just like I have no idea who they're hiring over there, and it's just like it's clear, you could clearly tell by the writing and just like the execution. The story's all over the place, and you got certain things here and there where I don't know if you want to, like, when it comes to identity politics, like there's lines in there that are just clearly thrown there in there because they want to kind of preach to you. Sometimes it hasn't gone full blown. I don't think it's gone full blown out, identity politics throughout the whole, all these movies, but they're sprinkled here and there, and it just takes you out of the movie, and it's just like, man, this ain't it. And it's like I said, I don't know what writers are writing over there, but they need to get some experienced writers to write better stories, because whoever they have over there is clearly ain't it. So yeah, I know I'm going on with the a rant, but that's just how I feel about the MCU right now. Like I said, the whole first half of the movie, I was just like bored until Kang came on, and then that's when I started to pay attention. And then once they cut away from him and they went on to like other characters, I didn't care at all. Yeah, it's just a bland movie, just boring, to be honest. And like I said, you could just get a synopsis of the movie and you honestly wouldn't miss a lot. And that's kind of sad to say about an MCU movie and MCU in general, compared to the older movies when they were actually entertaining and they were must-watch movies. So that's going to do it for my review. I'm going to give this a score. I'm going to give it 1 out of 5 ants. Like I said, this movie is, I don't know, it's just ain't it. It's boring, and it just, I feel like Marvel has hit its lowest it's ever been in years. This is rock bottom, to be honest, and it's just like, yeah, it's sad. But anyways, that's gonna do it for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.